In verse 1 it says, in the spring, at the time when kings go off to war. Springtime. That's the time when the kings go off to war. David sent Joab. Springtime, kings go off to war. David is the king. David sent Joab. Let me read it one more time. I want y'all to get this here. Springtime, time when the kings go off to war. David sent Joab. See, let me just put this in perspective. In the biblical history, and even in histories of other nations, the king himself would oftentimes go out on the battlefield. He may not get in the intense battles, but he went out with the other military persons. In this narrative, it says springtime, when kings go to war, David sends Joab, this great commander, out with the king's men. And the whole Israelite army, they destroyed the Ammonites and besieged Rabbah. But, somebody say but David remained in Jerusalem. Stop right there. The foundation for this slippery slope comes from the fact that instead of David going out with the men, he stayed in Jerusalem. Y'all better hear me now, because here's what I want to leave with you. For those of us where with this root recognition, some of us need to tell the truth that we are where we are because we stayed when we should have gone. Am I talking right in this church? How many folk know what it's like to stay in a situation longer than you should have stayed? How many folks know what it's like to have some emotional places that you stay? You just kept rehearsing the same thing for 15 years, and here it was. Y'all better talk to me in this church. I preach past the game today, amen. How many folks know what it's like to stay in a circle of folk that you knew didn't want to go nowhere? You knew had no ambition. But it was harder for you to separate from that. You stayed when you should have gone. Had David simply gone on out with the men, he wouldn't have got, I'm giving us the PG version, Dr. Jackson, amen. Because the children are in here. And I told him I have to twinge this with a little humor. What if Prince Hakeem had never left Zamunda? He would have never met the true love of his life. Y'all laughing, but y'all remember now, he was betrothed to somebody. Sometimes when you stay in a certain space, you miss what God is desiring to do. Y'all better talk to me now, in another place in your life. Sometimes we have gotten so caught up in the familiar that we forget that God has new spaces and new opportunities in other areas.